Morning Thailand supported by Sea Thai Superwear. Wings Learning Circle, customized English course for your business. And welcome back to the program. You're still watching Morning Thailand with Tulip Golf and of course Kun Chain.
สวัสดีค่ะ สวัสดีครับ
Now Kun Chain, what do people think about this particular Senate
This
thing?
is like in relation from the last break.
I have a poll from Bangkok Poll that they put the poll as Thais are for elected Senate.
So a lot of people actually would like the Senate to be elected.
The poll reveals that 59% of the respondents are for the calling of the appointed Senate and to replace them with the whole Senate of 200 senators that all elected.
Oh,
That would be interesting.
all the Senate to be elected?
Did it say how many participants in the poll?
Yeah, we will go to that. Bangkok University poll basically asks how people think about the Constitution amendment, especially on the selection of senators between the elected and appointed Senate.
Right.
They're basically asking, would you agree if 200 senators are elected and that the appointed senators are no longer needed? The thing is that 59% agree. They do agree.
Elected. Right.
For the question that regarding the qualification of the senators, that to call off the requirement of the the candidate must not be related to MPs and other political authorities as parent, spouse, and child.
Yeah.
Right.
Almost 50% agree.
Okay.
Okay.
Just almost? Oh, okay.
That
well, let's say the majority agree that they should not be related
No.
to the member of parliament.
to call off
call
this
off.
To
requirement.
call off the
Exactly. That's why I'm like,
That's why the Democrat call the parliament of husband and wife,
Spouse parliament.
spouse parliament.
And on the issue of calling off the requirement that the candidate must be free from political membership as MP or party member 5 years prior from the application, 55% agree for the calling off.
for the calling off of it.
But that's me. So if they call off that rule, it's mean they can just quit the MP job or whatever the
In
job that
just
is
a few-
and just go ran for
Exactly.
the senator.
Right.
Correct.
So 45% actually for that.
And now
55.
55.
Now I'm increasingly curious about
I
the
know.
number of participants and where it's actually get polled.
However, when being asked that if they think the Constitution amendment will lead to a co-op between the Senate and the lower house, so basically to encourage and allow big parties to give them access to control over both houses,
Yeah.
half of the respondents are not sure.
Not sure.
Why half believe so?
I think these people are not quite sure about the issue either.
So the thing is that
It's an opinion poll, so it's their opinion.
right.
but it were only 429
Okay.
respondents
Where?
It's
Did they say?
in Bangkok.
429 people from Bangkok and they use the word
Thais.
Thais, which represents 60 million people.
Yeah, but-
400 sampling from 60 million, really? And they call it Thais.
My big concern with newspapers today is that many newspapers use this poll and they cite it
คน
as that.
ส่วนใหญ่ oh no the most
The
people majority
yeah.
of the country agree with this and this but didn't say the majority of 400 people.
And more concerning stuff is that the question is quite leading to the pre-assumption of the poll maker
Right.
that they already assume that the Senate would be 200.
Well, the thing is, right, when you use the word elect, a lot of people seem to think that
This
that's
sound
fair,
democratic.
right? It's more fair than appointed. But the thing is, you gotta really study the case before.
But I think this, if we're talking about polling and survey, this is also go to the ethic of the poll institute themselves too. That when they call quantitative survey.
This is not really quantitative.
400 out of 60 million doesn't sound
I think
so
if they come here,
quantitative.
they will have more sample than 400.
Yeah, and even you were in school and you tell your teacher you're gonna do the quantitative, you're required to like sampling like 1,000 people.
Not exactly, but I would say 400
At
is
least
quite
that's how my
too.
class was asking.
Not-
If you want to
not
say
as
quantitative, you have to do like 1,000 to call it quantitative.
No, not as much. I've done like less than that before, but then it has to be, quite.
But it's not
in
representing 60
in a case
million.
study area.
Right,
I think it's also the way that they portray it.
right.
All right. Anything else, really quickly, because we have to wrap up.
Yes, I would say one opinion from appointed senator, not Kun, General Somjet Puntanom, is quite interesting. He explained that if our senator were elected, they would not be able to do their job
Right.
because they have to balance, and if the Senate are elected, they must rely on parties.
And rely on popularity.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to have to close down this week and entering next week. Of course, if you have any more concerns, questions, you want to comment, email us at morningthailandshow@gmail.com or visit our Facebook at facebook.com/morningthailand. And of course, thank you our sponsors CCOO as well as Royal Ivy Regatta for this lovely clothing, and the Sea Thai Superwear, Quality the World Trust, as well as Wings Learning Circle, customized English course for your business.
And we'd like to thank everyone that have been watching, and don't forget to tune in again next Monday at 6 a.m. And you can watch every episode playback on YouTube channel, youtube.com/morningthailand.
And we have a rerun at 10 a.m.
Yes, and rerun at 10 a.m. That's all the time we have for you guys. Thanks very much for watching. I am Tulip.
I'm Golf.
Shane
สวัสดีครับ